I don't know, girl. This might be something people ain't gonna like. I don't know. I'm a little scared. See, last week we was talking about the dudes. I was talking about the dudes. Now we're gonna talk about the dudes today, but friendship. Take a sip. Take a sip.
Take a sip. Take a sip. Yeah.
Take a sip. So yes, let's go.
So I got a question
my
for
water.
you.
My big water.
Good job.
I got my big wine.
Good job.
I
love you. All right, I'm ready. So my question is to you. You already know. We kind of talk about this already. But when us as women, sometimes we're really quick to forgive men before we forgive our friends. So why do you think that is? Or do you think that it's normal? Well, that's normal. Well, that's my man, so I should easily forgive him.
Well,
and my friend, what do you think?
You know, I'm guilty of this. Very guilty. Because this about to be a real talk. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I think it is that when I can only speak about women. I can't speak for the men. Although I have a lot of men in my life. I can only speak, I'm only a woman. I think it's because men provide confident. Keisha, thanks for sharing your truth, girl. I don't know you. I'm so happy to have you.
He's awesome. Go ahead.
I think it's because men fill the void of the love that we long for. You know? Our friends can't do that. Our friends can only be our friends. So we all want so badly to be loved or to be in love or to give love that we'll chase that and give that more of the chance out of the fear of being lonely or the fear of being single. Like, I'm going to give this chance after chance after chance because this is where I get my love from, or what I think is my love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you think.
Our friends can only fill the void of friendship. So, you know, you'll always have your friends. But when you get the chance to fill the romantic void in your life, you're going to go after that.
You're not lying. Yeah, you're right.
Because I'm like, it's kind of like we could have multiple friends, but the chance for romance and love doesn't come like that, or so I think.
Ooh, come on, you're speaking. So
you
now,
yeah, because it's like, I think it also has to do. I'm eating fruit snacks. Sorry for the. I had braces for 2 years and couldn't eat fruit snacks, so I'm all over it. Anyway, so what I was gonna say is I think it depends on like where you place the value of friendship. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, even once I get my partner, my life partner for life, I still need my friends. I really do. Like, and what I've noticed is over the years in some friendships and some that I watch as well, sometimes people are only friends with people because we both single. You know, it's kind of like you treat me like a coworker. We both work here, so let's be friends.
Like, yeah.
So it'd be like, we both single, so let's be friends. But once I get my man,
I'm out.
I see you when I see you type thing, which I do not condone at all. Like, you don't put your friends on the back burner. They do come second to your relationship. But I have zero respect for people who go stay friends once they get a relationship.
Yeah.
It's not fun to be like excited and happy that somebody found love, but now I'm not your friend no more because you got your boo now. Like, how did that work? You know
where they do that at?
Yeah. It's like,
if something goes wrong, you're running to me to talk about it.
Hello. Exactly. So, but that's the thing. I don't think people know the balance between friendship and relationship. Like, I think how you behave in friendship has a lot to do with your success in relationships.
And that's
because
real. It does.
I mean, just in real life, relationships ain't lovey-dovey, clingy all day long. Like, that's why people say be friends first. Because sometimes I don't want to be lovey-dovey. I just kind of want to be homies today. Or be homies. Yeah. We could be lovey-dovey.
We just chill and you be quiet while I watch the show.
But I think oftentimes people put their friends in the back once you get your boo. But let you break up with that boo. Who you got now? You know what I'm saying?
Coming back.
Like, you're
coming back.
Yeah. Them toxic ones will throw a wrench in the whole shit. No, seriously. Seriously though. Like that's hilarious, but that's not.
I'll get to that.
That's not a lie. But I'm saying it's like you got toxic friends and you can have toxic relationships. But I'm saying, like, I think on both ends, once your homegirl or your friend get a man, you should respect the fact that she got a man now. So now she needs to allocate some time for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But on the same end, don't treat me like you don't know me no more because you in love. Don't do that. Like, don't do that.
No, and I think it's like with the forgiving, like as far as the forgiving part, because I love what you said, that it's because romance doesn't come so often.
Yeah.
But I think like now that I'm older, now that I'm matured, I'm more so forgiving towards my friends now.
Yeah.
Way more. Because they're human. And I think friendships grow because of that too, as well. Like as far as women, when something like goes wrong or blows up or whatever, you're able to talk through it as mature adults, because at the end of the day, you guys were friends for a reason in the beginning. You get what I'm saying?
If you have the balance, then there should be no problem.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I ain't never had an issue with my friends and my relationship, like, ever. Even with you. I've known you for I don't know how many years now. You've had relationships and we've never changed. Like,
I know.
You gotta know how to do it. If you're doing it right, it's like you don't need your friends. Even if you do have a man, you don't need your friends. Like,
and sometimes I just need a break. I don't want it to always be you, especially if we were to get married. I don't want you to all of a sudden think, why are you going with your friends? I need you to know this is how it is already. It's not like a shot. And it's not like when I get married, I'm going to be with my friends 24/7. But I can get a break.
To have friends as well, honey. I need him to have some friends too. Okay, so we can
please
have some time to miss each other, like.
Yeah, because I know there's some men that I've talked to that are like, no, I wouldn't want my significant other going on a trip with a group of girls, you know, and that's crazy to me because for me personally, my sisters are both married and their husbands send them on trips. Like,
girls. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Send them on trips.
That just gets into kind of another topic as far as like your friends, how your friends relate to your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because and what kind of friends is your man around as well? You know
that part.
That's another piece of the pie as far as that's concerned. But I'm saying it's like if you're doing what you have to do as a friend, like romantic relationships should not affect what kind of friend you are.
Yeah.
Unless you don't value them to begin with.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Go back to what you said, like valuing the friendship, like understanding what that actually really means. Because you can say that all day, but people don't understand what friendship really is. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I have single friends. I have friends who've been in long relationships. I have friends who are married. Like, yeah. I have a little bit of everything. Now, granted, those friendships work a little bit differently. Where I could call you, Ariba, and be like, "Let's go to Vegas tomorrow."
Okay,
we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like my friends who have husbands for sure, but like boyfriends,
children
like,
too. Yeah.
Okay, let me plan first. I can't get the same kind of let's go thing out of it. That's fine. I'm not looking for you to be able to be my on the go person wherever we go, whatever I'm doing. Like, let's go, let's go. I think it's just about putting your friends in those categories. My sister told me that a long time ago when I was having a problem with one of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, you just need to put your friends in categories. Like, you know, I can come to this friend for this friend for that. This friend not gonna be ready to go hit the club or go on a trip.
Yeah.
You know, some friends you can't call for advice, but some friends are your friends that'll make you laugh. You know, like, you gotta put your friends in
yes.
So
that's
that you
real.
lower your expectations. You're not trying to get the same thing out of everybody because, you know, I have some friends that I love dearly, but I can't sit on the phone or on FaceTime with them for 2 hours like I can with you. You know, that don't make us not friends.
That's because
you are
cousins.
just not.
No, I'm joking.
What, you know, you're just not my friend that I could do that with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think it's all about knowing your friends, know who you're dealing with, and move from there instead of having an expectation at the time. Like, know who you're dealing with. I don't currently have any friends that put me on the back burner because they got a man or whatever.
Yeah, but that deals with relationships too. Like as far as the opposite sex, knowing who you're dealing with and having that conversation. Like, look, are we for real talking? Are we gonna get serious, or is this just something we're doing because we're quarantining?
That's a big one. That's a really big one. Like, knowing who you're dealing with, because it's like, it goes back to the stages of dating that we were talking about last week. It's like, for some people, they jump in right from the front and be expecting this, expecting that, like, expecting for the person to know, like, what they know at all times or whatever. Whereas me, you only get so much access when you are just somebody who likes me and who's trying to talk to me. Like, it really is levels to that, because it's like, if I'm going out of town with my friends or something like that, I don't have to tell you that if you're not my man. I see
that part. So how do you feel about if a guy doesn't hit you up for, you're talking and he's saying he's serious about you for 3 to 4 days?
Not okay. We have a problem.
If you guys, you know, got into a disagreement.
Not okay. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Like, not okay. That's not okay for anybody as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, because for me, I think personally, it just shows that you're uninterested.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Or you have unrealistic expectations of the person that you're talking to. It's like, especially if we haven't talked in days because of the disagreement. Something's not right. Like, somebody is not mature enough in the communication. If we have a problem, but you
and we can't discuss it,
right? But you go,
like, we can have an adult conversation and communicate.
Yeah, like, mind you, I think it's fine if we have a disagreement and somebody is just like so pissed off about it that they need some time. I don't have no problem with that, but I need you to communicate that you need some time. Don't go.
Period.
Don't go the situation because you're so mad. Like, keep the line of communication open. If you need a minute, if you don't want to talk, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you whenever. Say that, but then talk to me tomorrow. If that's what you said you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
amen.
I just think it's all about the communication from the jump, all the way from the gate. Like, if you have a problem, say so. Even in a friendship. You know the problem that I had with a really close friendship. Like, and it was all because of communication.
Yeah.
The friendship ended because of communication.
Yeah.
Like, and for me, I know communication can be real uncomfortable sometimes. You know, I know people do, you know, talk about communication like all you have to do is communicate. Yeah, it's hard sometimes. It's not always black and white like that.
Because sometimes you don't know how the other person's gonna react, so that makes you nervous. And then you're trying to figure out the right words to say because you don't want to push certain buttons. But if you don't talk, it makes the problem even bigger than what it should be. Isn't that crazy?
And that's when communication does become a small thing. Like, we are in this place all because we didn't talk. You know, it sounds crazy when you look back at it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're in this really weird place all because we did not talk.
Yeah.
We're in a relationship, so you would think that we talk. Or we're friends, so you think that we talk.
Yeah.
But is it that we only talk when things are good? You know, we only talk when things are fun or whatever? Like,
well, that's what I want to ask you. Well, for people who are watching, when you have an issue with a friend, like, how do you address it if you know how your friend is with certain, like, topics? If you know that they're an explosive friend or a defensive friend, like, how do you go about, you know, having that conversation if something's bothering you?
If I have the problem? Or if they have the problem?
Yeah, they. Yeah.
As in, they have the problem.
Well, how would you, because we don't know who they is. So, who they are, I mean. So, how would you initiate? We'll say that.
Well, see, I think it kind of goes along with the type of person. Anybody who's friends with me, close with me, kind of close with me, knows that I personally, specifically, I don't have a problem initiating or bringing things up. Not to say that I like confrontation. I don't like it, but I really hate animosity. You know? So I'd rather have a confrontation than to have like ongoing animosity. Like,
got it.
So I want to have a candid conversation that says, you know what, let's talk. Like, I'd rather have a really uncomfortable conversation than to be walking around eggshells, like wondering what's the problem, like
what the issue is.
Like, do we have a problem? Or, you know, so I personally am the kind of person that will bring up like, hey girl, can we talk? Like, hey, let's talk. Like, you know, where some people are real aggressive or real passive aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, and that just makes for no resolution at all. Like, and I just wish people were just a little bolder in trying to fix their problems, because having an issue with somebody is normal. Whether it's your man, whether it's your best friend, your sister, anybody, like, you're gonna have problems.
Yeah, and I think that's why I asked that question, because I feel like, again, because I'm trying to talk about friendships with inside women and how important it is to have those friendships. But just the simple fact that you're quick to tell a guy how you feel right then and there when you're frustrated or when you're mad. But I know it goes back to what you're saying. Is because romance is so far-fetched sometimes. It doesn't come. Yeah. But if you really like love this friend, you value this friendship, you guys been hanging out, it's just like,
I think it all comes back to value. Like, how much do you value friendship that you will let it be a problem, you know? But I think it all goes to that, because some people, like I said, get in a relationship and now your friendships don't mean as much no more, you know? You know, it's like, my man needs all my attention now, so I'm gonna start missing happy hours, missing birthdays, missing girls' nights, missing friends. It just really feels like friendship dwindles once.
I just, like you said earlier, I just needed you when I was single.
Yeah,
and if I get hurt, I'll be back.
Some people prove it to you that it's like, you know, we close because we both single, so let's hang out all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have plenty of married friends. We talk marriage all the time. We talk relationships all the time. And my married friends are the ones that be like, no. about
that part. My sisters
be like,
they
about the
like, no, let's all go together.
Yeah,
let's all do this together.
My
they don't.
married friends,
and granted, there's times when they're away.
Yeah, making sure they show up to stuff and do stuff, but they still are in happy marriages. So for me, I'm like, you, ma'am, who just started dating this man, you ain't got no time ever no more. Like,
no, for real. Hi, Summer.
No time? You don't have no friend time. But I got friends with whole husbands.
Whole husbands and whole children.
Yeah. Don't forget the children. Like all of my married friends have kids too. But they don't miss birthdays. They don't miss the important stuff. And when they do, you understand. I'm not
exactly.
I'm not expecting my friends who are taken to like be there. But you need to be there. But you need to be there.
And that's so true because most of my friends are cousins. So, and most of them are all married. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they're not leaving me out. They're not leaving me out. Like, like me and Summer. We're like, they wanted us to go with them to the Dominican. And me and Summer are thinking like, nah, you know, we're both single. And they're like, who cares? Come. But it's all couples who are going. But it's just like, so what? Still come. You know?
And I think that speaks to the mentality of the people who are married. Like, some people think, I'm married, I only need to hang with married people. I only need to have married friends. Like,
or they make us feel uncomfortable. Like those friends that I do who are married outside of like my family, like you go around them, it's like, man, you can't hug a certain, like you're so they make you feel uncomfortable. It's like, I don't want you. I'm just here, like trying.
That's a big one because you know the issue I had years ago with somebody mistaking a regular hug, you know, for something that it wasn't, and it's like, you know what?
Wait a minute.
How about I just go over here? Like, let's just
invite us to things too. People in relationships.
Yeah.
We don't gotta go to everything.
Right. Yeah.
We'll come over and cook for y'all.
Right. Yes.
Have good conversation. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
We trying to mingle too. Yes, Summer.
No, for real. And don't remind us that we're single. We already know that.
And that goes back to that video I sent you that Jasmine Sims did.
Yes.
Girl.
What she said? She said, shout out to Jasmine Sims.
Yes.
She said that be content with our singleness. You keep telling us be content. Well, you be content that we're single.
With the fact that I'm single. And then you be married, we'll be single. And we'll be all happy. Like, it's not a problem, but I think that's opened up eyes to people as well, that married people think that we need counseling or something because
or our singleness is a disease
or a problem.
You're not married yet? You're not talking to anybody?
But that's the thing, that goes back to friendship. People think once you get into a marriage, let alone get married, that you've made it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And everybody else who hasn't gotten married,
but yet someone like you who's graduated college, who has a bomb job, who pays her own bills, has her own place,
right,
bought her own car.
But because I'm not married yet, I'm doing something wrong. Like, something's wrong.
Alex, you okay? It's like Pastor Michael Todd said, you walk into a church and they're like, be 25, 28, 30 and not married. What? Right. Hey, what happened to you and your friend Jerome?
Right.
How are you and Jerome?
It's nothing wrong with it. And I just feel like the mentality that people have behind it, like it all goes together. People who are taken feel like they need to reach back and help the single people. But then you also have single people who are crying about being single. Like,
not exemplifying their singleness.
it really be having me on stuff because I'm neither one of those anymore. I've been delivered, thank you, Lord.
Amen,
amen. Love the idea of love. Can't wait for, that time and season of my life to come. But right now, I'm exhausting everything that I need to do, in my singleness, enjoying having to talk to no one if I don't want to.
And understanding I don't have to pick up my phone if I don't want to.
Yeah.
Being a whole person, understanding my likes, my dislikes, even growing as a person on how to apologize.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And being self-aware of just the things I do, how irritable I get with certain things. And it's like, Reva, you didn't have to.
Ooh, you preaching. Yes.
You didn't have to do all that.
Yes. That's the self-growth that I think people need before you start inflicting yourself on other people. You need to do some self-work on you, knowing how to take accountability, knowing how to apologize, knowing have y'all standards for men gone up since you've been single?
Woo! Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
You know what? Short answer to that is yes. Because before now, the mentality that I have now about being single is all because of the Lord only. He brought me through heartbreak and disappointment and all of that so that I can be where I am right now. I used to be so sad about being single. I thought it was the worst thing in the world. But at that time to now, I dealt with some dummies, some idiots, and let myself deal with stuff that I would never advise anybody to deal with. So since then, my standards have gone up because of what I dealt with in the past. I know now how to detect some bullshit. I know now, how to detect some crap. How to know when I'm being manipulated or being used or being and before I wouldn't have known that if I didn't
Never went through it. Yeah.
I think you seriously have to go through it because even back then, it was people doing stuff like me and Reva are doing or whatever, talking about what you should look out for. I didn't listen. I didn't listen at all. I thought he was cute. I thought he was fine. Or he showed me some attention or whatever. So I put up with stuff that I didn't want to put up with. Or I'm like, it's okay. Brushing the red flags constantly brushing the red flags. But now it's okay, I'm so happy being single that if I break my singleness, you got to be something special because singleness is popping. I don't care what nobody says. Singleness is popping because I live my life now. I don't go out looking for a man. I don't put on my makeup and do my hair for a man.
Oh, come on, Alex.
If he out there and he see me, it's what's up? But I do it for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I do this for myself. I am so far removed from the little ditzy, I'll put up with whatever type person.
You getting quoted, girl.
It's serious. If you love yourself and love what you're doing, love being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Yeah.
I said last week, my favorite thing about being single is that I don't have to do nothing that I don't want to do. It's the best. I don't have to do nothing that I don't want to do. We deserve to look bomb for ourselves. Yes. I yes. Putting that on my story after this. Thank you.
Chastity, you on for that one.
That's the mentality that you have to have. And I promise you, people are going to start popping up out the woodworks once your eye candy is yourself. I'm looking at me, boo. How you doing? I'm looking at me. Then people, I promise you, going to be popping up in your DMs, going to be trying to when you not looking is when they start coming. I promise you, people say that, and I used to be whatever. It's so true. It's so true. I got out of my last heartbreak, and I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. don't want to deal with this at all no more. I love me. I'm loving what I'm doing. Focus on you. Seriously, it's the best thing ever. So back to the original question. Yes, my standards for me, I've been single. Ariva, it's your turn.
Everything Alex said. Okay. But I finally value who I am. Like my book, You're Worth More, that I released, plug. Go get that on Amazon. I wrote that to available on all platforms, but I wrote that to like release, but I didn't understand what I was really writing until after the fact. After I released the book, after I did speaking engagements, I had to really say, you know what, I value me, because if you don't value yourself, you'll let anybody treat you or talk to you any kind of way. So my standards had to go high, because the dudes that I did.
Shameless plug.
What?
Shameless plug.
Yeah, girl. The dudes that I did talk to, I just let them run over me. Like, and that's just the honest truth. I really did. And I would say, yeah, my standards had to go up. Or if I didn't, that just showed how much I really didn't love me. How you let a dudes treat you is you saying, I don't value me. Yeah. If you continue to go through the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, it's insanity.
You treat yourself how you want people to treat you.
Yeah, seriously. So when you're in it, that's why I say this a lot. If you follow me, like when people call girls stupid or hoes and all that type of stuff, I don't believe in that. I just believe they don't know their value. It's not that you're stupid. It's just you don't know your worth yet. Yeah. And until you do, you're going to continue to have low standards. Yeah. So that's my little short answer, because Alex said it all. So
yes. Yeah, girl. I am like team cheerleader for every woman to feel her best about herself. Like let the man add to, or
they just like sex.
Well, that's preaching all by itself. All by itself. But like I said,
go ahead, Cassidy.
I am like every woman's first cheerleader. I want women to feel best about themselves, just themselves, not because nobody else said it, because of yourself. Let the man, when the man comes, let him add to the already popping woman that you are. Like,
woo, come on.
The man doesn't make you popping. You are already popping. Let him add some spark to what's already
popping. And don't stop just because he came.
No,
don't slow down.
He's adding to what's already popping. Like, add some spark to what's already popping. It's like a firecracker. Like, a firecracker is going to spark all by itself. If you add to it, it's just bigger. Like, but if you take it away, it's still popping. Like,
period.
It's just the same thing. And I think it starts with us. It starts with the woman.
Hey, Cassidy, you remind me of Alex. Y'all be with these analogies for sure. And fuel to my fire, baby.
Seriously, I need that for every woman. I was saying that last week. Like, I need us to have control of our emotions. Don't let these dudes have you acting crazy, doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. Like,
lowering standards, compromising yourself, because I've been in compromising situations. Just because you think that'll make them want you, or think that'll make them change, and you can't change anybody. And if they wanted you, they would have wanted you a long time ago.
That is pretty.
You don't have to do anything. You really don't.
And because it doesn't. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't work. Like, doing stuff because you think is gonna make him. It don't work. You can't make a man do nothing. I learned that the hard way. You can't make a man do anything. He's gonna cuff you because he wants to. He's gonna be faithful because he wants to. Like, it makes him dislike you. That
like you.
Ooh. That's
yes, Cuss out.
There are honestly way too many niggas out here to be struck
without a ring.
We can end the live right there. End the live right there.
Right? Good job, Cassidy.
Oh my gosh, that's preaching though. That goes back to what I was saying. When you are all the way focused on you, these niggas be coming out of nowhere. Which proves to you that while you were stuck on one, trying to do to make this one person want you, once you start living the poppin' juicy life by yourself, they start coming.
Poppy juicy life.
Yes, the poppin' juicy life by yourself. They start coming in your DMs. People from the past, all of that. They be coming out of nowhere, which proves
the woodworks
that is way too many out here to be tripping over one.
And one for 5 years. Can I just say that? One for like 5 years. Okay.
What are you doing?
For like 5 years. Let's move right along.
Yeah. It's bad.
Okay, so before we get off of here, I have one more question.
We got 20 minutes. What you talking about before we get off here?
Oh, we're only doing 20 minutes?
No,
oh, shoot.
We have 20 more minutes.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You guys have any questions? Don't be laughing at me, Cassidy. I'm not gonna lie. I put some baked fish in the oven, and I'm really hungry. That's the only reason why. But you guys have any questions?
You will start cooking once we get into the juicy stuff.
I didn't mean to.
You put that shit on before or after?
I put it on before. Hopefully not Cassidy. Hopefully Jayla takes it out.
It don't take fish that long to bake. So.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully I think she took it out. Because she came out here and was like, Auntie Ariva, your fish. But anyways, girl,
I'm about to be out of wine.
Okay, so so what would you say to keep your standard? How do you hold on to that and not slip?
That's a good question. I think that it might be looking at my past and my future at the same time. Like looking at what I don't want to be no more or don't want to go through anymore and looking at everything that I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you start dealing with somebody that's giving you all the same stuff you was trying to get over, then all you're doing is going backwards. That's all you're doing is going back to it. Like, that's not progression at all. So
you're right.
I said to the last guy I've been dating or talking to or whatever, like, listen, I promise you I said this on our first date. I'm happy being single. I'm good. So if this is not going to be something real, then thanks for dinner. Like,
it was cute.
It was like nice to see you. Only because like if you've been through heartbreak or been through humiliation or disappointment or whatever, you don't want to do that again. Ladies, how many times do you forgive a man before you move on? Forgive him for what is the question. I'm not gonna say anything until you tell me forgive him.
What we forgiving him for?
For what exactly?
Because man,
I'm all about forgiveness. Now I said this to Ariva in our FaceTime conversation where there's a lot more cussing and candy. I said to her, like, I don't think that women need to be so harsh that you expect a man to be perfect. Like, so much.
Any type of relationship.
Well, I'm going to finish my statement. It might help, and then I'm going to go back to what you said.
Okay.
I said, I don't think that you need to expect a man to be perfect, so much so that every little thing he do mean that y'all can't work. Like, I was telling Ariva that my mom, who's been with my dad for 40 years, 40 years, my mom always says, like, if you're going to be in a successful relationship, especially a successful marriage, you need to learn how to forgive quickly and move on. For sure. Because the person you with, the person you're dating, the person you're in a relationship with, the person you love, the person you marry, they are human just like you. So you can't expect perfect, hit it every time. Like, it's just unrealistic to think that your man or your woman or your partner, your lover, that they gonna do everything right.
And that goes back to friendships. Preach, Alex, come on.
It's just unrealistic. And I think that's why people are gonna hate me for this. But I think that might be why so many women are single, because we are expecting perfection. And
we're not gonna get it.
We're either expecting him to act right and do right and just like kiss your ass damn near, or we're sticking to, oh, he's not my type, that's not my type. I don't date light skinned guys, I don't date fat guys, I don't date skinny. Like, I understand having personal preferences. I understand that. But sticking to my type will be the reason why you in your 40s and still.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
exactly. Oh yeah, because she's married.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks. That's all, Alex.
Absolutely. I have way too much marriage around me. My parents have been together since eons ago. Like, I have friends that have been married. I don't think it's about perfection and he got to get it right. It's about forgiveness. Like, put that, like, you're not going to give a dude a chance because he light skinned. And your ex that hurt you so bad was light skinned. So I'm not going to give no other light skinned man a chance. Ever.
I'm done.
Like, it's just.
Or if he's tall and skinny, no more of those.
Yeah. Now.
Broad shoulders.
Yeah. So as far as how many times do you forgive a man before you move on? Again, it depends. It depends.
And it definitely depends on the situation. Because
it depends on what it is.
Cheating on you, if he's hitting you, if he's abusing you
exactly.
mentally.
Yeah.
That's a total different ball game.
Exactly. Like, the umbrella.
You can forgive, but you don't just go back in that thing and just let a person come back in and devour you like an alligator.
Yeah.
Like.
I've been married for 17 years, and forgiveness, praying is the key. Amen. Amen.
Yeah, gotta forgive. I feel like if he added to me more than subtracting, then I would try to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
I get what
but I think like the smaller things, our small things are probably really annoying. Like, I don't know. He
you didn't take out the garbage,
right? Or he always cuts you off while we're talking, or like that kind of stuff is work withable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a bunch of things that my dad does that gets on my mom's nerves, and she has never.
Oh yeah, my dad too.
Never left him. But my mom said, like, hitting me or cheating. Gotta go. And now I know a lot of people that have stayed in relationships because even though there was some cheating, I do know of those. Now,
love you.
Yeah. Love this combo. Yes. Come back every week. Anyway, now as far as cheating and stuff is concerned, I can't exactly say exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, I'll blame it on my mom. My mom is like, none of that. Absolutely not. My mom.
We're out of here.
Like,
I'm blowing this popsicle stand.
But I do know of some marriages that are still going and still trying, even though there was some infidelity. Like, that's tough. Like, that's something I can't. Hitting, verbal abuse is not an option for
me. I'm out.
I'm with you, especially verbal abuse. Oh my God.
That stuff is real, like verbal and emotional abuse. Because I've been through it, and I'm not even married. So, and I've never been married. So to go through verbal, emotional abuse, those things, you got to get out of that too, because it crushes you. Like it just makes you.
Verbal.
I have high self-esteem, y'all. They used to call me Ariva the Diva, and this person just came and just crushed everything about me, like everything. So that stuff is real.
It is real, and I think it's hard because we don't read the signs of verbal abuse. Like, physical abuse is something that you can't deny. You hit me, so you have now physically abused me. But like verbal and emotional abuse, I think people put up with it more than they should, because
it's not like he actually hit me.
Right, he didn't hit.
He's hitting this.
He was just angry. He was
damaging this.
You know. Yeah. But even in your anger, I need respect. Even in your, oh my God, Jasmine's here.
Hey, Jasmine, we shouted you out. Hi.
But just like, even in your anger or your frustration, I still require respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's never an excuse of like, oh, he was just angry. He was just, girl, bye. Honey.
Period.
Bye.
Period.
And I think
and I just want to touch on that, like, verbal and emotional abuse is real. Like that.
Yeah.
Because I've really been through it. So it's just something, and I don't even think you don't notice it. You notice it, but you just choose to act like you didn't.
It's like the red flags that we ignore.
Yeah. Like they say, like women, they lie to themselves to keep a man around. Like men lie, but sometimes us as women, we lie to keep a man around. Like, you know? And I know I
play blind or play stupid or play deaf, like I didn't hear that, or I'm gonna just put up with it. And I think that goes all the way to the beginning of this conversation when we were talking about friendships and why we're quicker to cut off a friendship than we are a relationship or a dating situation, because our friends cannot love us romantically. And I think we long for that so much sometimes till we'll put up with more than we should just to be involved in that way. Our friends love us in a very friendly girlfriend type of way or whatever, but your friends can't date you.
Ooh, they can't, I love when you say that.
They can't feel that void of romanticism for you. So once the time comes, we're ghosting our friends and doing extra, like I was talking about last week, and you know, doing the most, because here's now an opportunity for me to be involved in a romantic relationship. So let me act like I didn't hear it. Let me just put up with it. Let me just, and then we end up at the end like you were in your relationship or situationship. You end up exhausted because it's like, damn, I had high self-esteem when I started this.
I had high self-esteem. You couldn't tell me nothing. Yeah. Nothing. I used to wear high heels like 24/7. People, Arena the Diva, she's just so confident. He told me, not everybody's gonna want you. Boom. Yeah. You're not that pretty. Boom. Yeah. Like, only when you wear your hair like this or you do that. Boom. Just start pushing me like down, like, you know. And usually when dudes do that, that comes from a place of insecurity on their end. Right. You know? Oh, girl.
Come on. And we just kind of put up with it. Don't let us fall in love. Then we hella putting up with stuff or letting stuff slide or whatever, which is why I'm always so like, set the tone in the beginning. Like,
come on.
What you're not gonna do is this. We don't talk, like, I'm not accepting this. Like, in the beginning, like, don't be afraid to set the tone or be afraid to walk away, but you gotta mean it. Like, don't play or fake walk away. You know, just
because they know.
Be serious about that. Like, be serious
about walked away so many times.
Yeah. Like, you gotta mean it when you are setting the standard in the beginning, because we put up with too much.
And something my older sister told me, like, she said, I want you to think about how long you dealt with him. And for me personally, it was like 5 years. Yeah. And she said, multiply 5 years by 365 days. That's how much time you have been hurting and dealing with this. Do you want to keep dealing with that? And that just blew my mind. Like, this is not gonna change.
No.
Like,
no,
this is not
gonna
change.
In a 5 years type
you're gonna finish.
5 years, like that's not gonna change in 5 years. 5 years is a long time. You know what I'm saying? But we put up with it. I had a 5 years in on and off situation. Like what makes us think after year 2 that this is getting any better? But we get emotionally tied, soul tied, like, and then you end up like, it's like being stuck, like a mouse stuck on a trap. Like I'm trying to get off, but I can't.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Yeah. I can't get off this trap. It's so strong. It has such a strong hold on me that no matter how much I try to move or try to get out of it, you know, I'm here and I'm stuck because I'm letting myself be stuck. You know what I'm saying?
And like your sister said about trauma, like we don't even realize that we went through a trauma.
Yeah.
And when I went to therapy and my counselor said that to me, she said, "You've been through a trauma." I was like, really? No, it's not. No, you've been through a trauma. And I think sometimes us as women, that's why we can't heal fully, because we don't even know that we went through a trauma, not just a situation, not just a relationship. You went through a trauma.
And then you have to do
if it was anything like mine.
Yeah. But then you have to do the soul work, the heart work on yourself to get your self-esteem back that you had before you start dabbling in that.
And like you said, forgiveness. You told me like it's about forgiving yourself.
Forgiving yourself for the time you wasted, the things that you put up with. That was a tough thing for me after I was like done. And now here I am in rehab, as I like to call it, when you're healing from heartbreak. Like in rehab right now, because it's like I'm trying to heal from this thing, but sometimes I still want it. You know, it's like a drug. It's like sometimes I still want it, but I'm trying to heal from the damage that it has done. But sometimes I still long for it, or I still want it. So you have to do the work, have to sit in prayer, have to sit in meditation, and go back to finding who you were, more so who you're gonna be after this goal. You know what I'm saying? Like it has so much to do after you dealt with the crap. Like that's why you come out of it knowing like, okay, my standards are higher for men going forward. It is higher because if it's any lower, then I'm screwed. Like
no, for real. I just don't love me. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
I just don't. But I'm just gonna settle for whatever.
You don't want to come out healed and feeling good about coming out of that situation, and then now go back to something like it, a different kind of drug. Like you have crack and then you have heroin. You can't go from crack thinking you're doing better because now you're doing heroin. Like drugs are drugs, boo. Like,
or like I said, like in my poem Insecure, I said he was like a drug. I kept going back to him over and over again. It felt like he was morphine. Like he was morphine. The pain went away temporarily. Yeah. But as soon I kept going back to him. Girl, go check out Insecure. I can't remember, but it was along those lines.
Yeah,
like he was a
drug a while ago.
Like he was so addicting. Like so freaking addicting.
Once you soul search with God and He teaches you who you are, it's over. My standards and values are so high that you want to accept the things you used to. That's the point of the whole thing. It's the point.
Yeah. That was good.
To become better women, so that you can be like a good partner. Like that, you don't want to give your person, your forever, the person
your baggage
with the trash. You don't want to give somebody that version of who you are as a woman.
And it's not about
that to somebody.
Finding your other half either.
Yeah.
He's not your other half. He is a whole person.
I don't want anybody
that's half. I don't want half of a man.
Exactly.
I do not want half of a man, and I know he does not want half of a woman.
Yeah. We're not half.
No.
My better half is not.
We are whole.
We
are one.
Whether you're single, married, then you are whole. Like I know that it might feel like once I get my partner, once I get married, now I feel like things are complete. Boo, you complete right now.
Yeah.
Right
at this moment.
Right in this moment,
I believe when you think a man completes you and you get into that relationship, you have these high expectations.
And
then he doesn't meet them, and that creates this.
And that having that mentality going in makes you think like, I am not complete if I don't have this person. I'm sure they feel holes in your emotions of having been lonely or whatever, because let's not lie, singleness gets lonely every now and then.
Oh, come on.
Let's not pretend.
I'm like, you know what? It would be nice to have a little boo.
Yes. Let's not pretend that we don't want to be married and booed up forever. But
just in case you're men watching this, any prospects, we're taking resumes. So I just look at here. It's not that we don't want it. We're just not dealing with the foolery.
Exactly. Resumes, meaning I need to see what you used to do, who you used to mess with, what you used to before, like a resume. I need to hear you pronounce these words so I can make sure. Okay. But sometimes you have to go through the motions to get it. I thank God for all I went through. Amen.
Oh, yes. Me too. Because
I thank God.
Life into women if I didn't.
I thank God for the same way.
Girl, they're giving us 54. We got 52 seconds.
Oh, great. Instagram really needs to chill with the timeline. We're in a pandemic, okay?
Cassidy said I should have drank me a glass of wine.
Mine is empty, sis.
I'm gone. They're about to cut us off, though. They're about to literally
I need you to have your glass of wine with us. Thank you for sticking around the whole time and listening to us. Really appreciate you guys. We're just chit-chatting, trying to pump up the women. Like,
I'm gonna post this on YouTube, the whole thing, because I've been recording
trying to strengthen everybody's muscles here.